What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Full Court Talk. I think this is episode 67. That's what I have on my notes, so we're gonna roll with that. Um, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. We have been away for a little bit. It was very busy. So how you guys doing?
All good, all good. Good to be back. Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna make
Happy
a
New
joke
Year.
that we were on protocols, but that's not funny. So we weren't. We weren't. We're all good.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a lot to get to. Before we even get into anything, how do you guys feel about the Lakers trading Rondo for
Oh,
nothing for a roster spot?
I didn't get it at first. Honestly, I didn't. I had to look through tweets to see what it was for, and luckily, a lot of guys explained it on my timeline. So thank goodness for them.
I'm cool with it. Stanley Johnson's been hooping, so
Yeah.
if we can
Yes.
squeeze him in, I would love that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw recent reports they were planning to waive DeAndre Jordan. It looks like they're going to keep him now because they have the open spot. So maybe they just keep him for a little bit and then
Yeah.
sign Stanley. He's been hooping. He's been playing good defense. He just fits that team well. But
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to LeBron too, because Wash King out here is out here putting up numbers.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know people question that, like, oh, he got hurt last year, but again, he got fallen on, kind of like AD did this year, which we'll get to later. But like, shout out
Who? No, I'm
LeBron.
kidding.
A Disney.
um.
Yeah, shout out LeBron. He's keeping us afloat.
Yes. No, I definitely agree. But I just, if anybody, one of you guys could tell me, like, how is Stanley Johnson going to get back, since I believe his contract expired tonight, so that's why they weren't at practice. So would he have to be signed on or guaranteed for the rest of the year, or are they going to give him a 2-year contract? So I just don't know how it works, if you guys know, because
uh,
I love his play recently, obviously,
So
like,
so
yeah.
they can sign him to another 10-day on Wednesday,
Oh, okay.
and if they do that, it'll expire on January 15th, which is the
Okay.
day after THT becomes trade eligible. Uh,
Yes.
but it's actually funny you asked that question because I had this tweet like
Yeah.
liked and like ready to go for some reason. Um, yeah, so that's that.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, last thing I say before move on to the topic is I love SJ. You know, watching him in Matter Day and him going to Arizona, like I thought he had, the tools to be a star, but it's just the positions that he got drafted in and the fit, it just didn't pan out. And I'm so glad, SoCal kid is playing for the hometown team. One of them has to play well, you know. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's tough. The Lakers, what I mean? They're getting better.
yeah,
LeBron's fucking putting up 35 and 15. Seems like every night.
hooping. Yeah.
But everyone else is like not coming along for the ride. You guys, Avery Bradley looked really good last night. On
I hope
top
he
of
gets
that,
guaranteed. I
I think
hope
he
he gets
does
guaranteed. Yeah, got to.
because
Yeah,
behind him is Kent Bazemore, and
he's
he's
like a
not even
fringe
getting playing
starter.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he started every game. It's self-explanatory to guarantee him, but Palinka, who knows?
yeah. It's you guys are in a
Yeah,
tough position. So we'll see how that goes.
yeah.
But the first topic, Draymond right about the NBA postponing games? So we'll get into that. Then we'll talk about what should the Lakers slash Warriors New Year's resolutions be, since it's New Year resolution time. And then we'll round it out with, would you trade Anthony Davis? That's more for you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. But so Draymond said, how do you continue to cancel games when you've implemented rules to prevent this from happening? Is that excuse me, is that not a competitive disadvantage or advantage for other teams? The guys we didn't have due to protocol list played no role in Tuesday's loss. Pick a side, but don't shout at the fence. Then he also continued, so when the game is rescheduled, which will probably take away a day away from our break, we will play them at full strength. But they got to sneak a win, and when we weren't at full strength only 2 days ago, let's make it make some sense here. So what do you guys think about this? Is he right, or is the NBA right for postponing the game?
Ooh, man, I definitely see where Draymond's coming from because if my understanding of his quote is correct, the NBA did implement rules to prevent this sort of stuff happening because we saw it last season and how the cancellations hurt a lot of teams. And I think this season, the NBA was just pressured to keep it going. I mean, they were pressured to have the bubble, right? And I think last season, um, it showed how, or not how, but what could happen when you try to jump into things quickly as they did. And we saw that with the type of games and the number of games that got postponed. And right this season, I don't think they want to keep moving forward with that. So that's why they made all these um, new rules regarding 10-day contracts and whatnot. But I think I agree with Draymond because it's confusing to me if you're going to make a set of rules for something, yet you're not going to go into applying it to the current situation. But at the same time, you never really know with COVID. I get it's frustrating as an NBA player, but it's not like anybody wants it to happen. And so even though like I completely understand where Draymond's coming from, the NBA has no way to control the type of outbreak they're going to receive for every team. And I just think that if they really, really want to get a hold of it, either you got to mandate booster shots, and there's already an issue with mandating the vaccine altogether. So that would be difficult. Or you just pause it completely. And we all know that that's not going to happen. But Draymond is right. And I'm not going to say I completely agree with him, but I just understand like where he's coming from.
I want to preface my comments by saying I hate the Warriors. So take that with what you will. He's right. I do agree with what he's saying. I just don't think he's the person to say it. He said it coming off of a loss to the Nuggets 2 nights before, and then their game got postponed against the Nuggets 2 days later. I mean that same day. I mean, he didn't have a problem with the rules when they beat Boston without Al Horford and Dennis Schroeder, or when they beat Sacramento without it was Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox and Rashawn Holmes. So I mean, I get it. Like, I have the same philosophy where you can't have it both ways. Like, if you're one of these athletes who's making millions and who's famous, you can't complain about, oh, the media sucks. My life, like, I don't have any privacy. Like, you forego that privacy to live the kind of life you have. So he's right. I'm not for the fence sitting, picking one side or the other. I don't have any idea. I don't have a say. That's why I'm not in that position. But for Draymond to be clamoring like that for a loss to the Nuggets by 3 points on a game in December, it's just funny to me.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I saw, I couldn't find the tweet again, but I did see that I guess the Nuggets had the Warriors fly to Denver, and the day of the game, they had them wait hours around just waiting to see if they were going to postpone it. And then they had 4 players who weren't in COVID protocols, but they deemed unhealthy enough to go. And that's what pushed them to under 8 players. And that's why I think Draymond was more, I'm guessing why he was more upset. But yeah, I get where you're coming from because the Warriors have beat a lot of undermanned teams. Almost every team is beating undermanned teams at this point. The Atlanta Hawks, I think I saw, they were playing a damn near G League team at some point.
The Bucks.
Yeah, like,
oh yeah,
and the Atlanta Hawks themselves were a G League team. Like,
yeah,
some teams were just better at getting players. Some teams just dragged their feet, like the Nuggets have dragged their feet.
Timberwolves
have dragged their feet with signing players. It's frustrating because you want to play the games, you want to win the games, so it's got to be frustrating to these guys. But Draymond can't be complaining about this when it's only the first game that we've postponed. So I get it. But I think another thing is that they're going to be postponing a game, and you now have another back to back, and back to backs just they're not fun for NBA players. So it sucks in that sense. But at the end of the day, like you're in the NBA, you have to just deal with it. You have to roll with the punches. And it's not going to get easier. After the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, there's going to be a spike. There's no doubt going to be a spike.
Exactly.
So I don't know why the NBA is saying that there's not going to be, or they hope to not postpone any more games. They're going to postpone games. Guaranteed they're going to postpone more games. So you just have to keep rolling with it at this point. You play who's in front of you. Can't do much else because the NBA, you can't really ask the NBA to be like, oh, they have enough players, just let them play. It's like if they're injured, they can't play. If they're in health and safety, they can't play. So I get where he's coming from, but I don't think he has a right to complain the way he did, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But
I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot.
well, because it's bad. I understand where he came from, but it wasn't a good look. Let's say that.
I'll give some credit back to, like you brought up the travel, how they were in Denver and their game got canceled while they were there. So
yeah, I can't find that tweet, so I don't know.
I mean,
make it up in my head. But
like, no, you're right, because I did see that too, and it ended up working out because they had a game at Utah, I think a day or two later. So it worked out, but just because it worked out doesn't mean it wasn't inconvenient for them.
Yeah, and I mean they're playing March 7th, so and I look, both teams do have a back-to-back. So if one team didn't have a back-to-back, then I'd say something, but they both have back-to-back, so it's whatever. But on to the next topic. What should the Lakers and Warriors New Year's resolution be? So you guys get the Lakers. So what do you guys want to see out of your New Year Lakers?
Go ahead, Myles. I'll let you go first.
Oh, me. I thought you were going to open with change crypto back to staples. No, just like
hey, I can drink.
Mine is pretty out there. It's a reach for sure, but mine would be just to get rid of Russ. Not because he's playing terrible. He's been playing a lot better than how he started out. Still has a lot of turnovers, which is a Russ thing, but it just doesn't fit. Like LeBron is carrying the Lakers in spite of the team around him. I will admit that, Vogel was in protocols. He just recently came back. Fizdale actually just went into protocols.
Yep.
It's just such. I didn't think there would be a year less enjoyable than last year. This might be it. Because at least last year you had hope that, if everyone gets healthy, we can make a run. But this year, like, we've seen them fairly healthy in spurts, and they've been 500 pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, like, it might, like, fair or not, mine would be to get rid of Russ.
Yep. For me, like, you guys know how I feel about Russ. I love him as a competitor. There we go. Not as a player, a competitor. And Myles is right. It just hasn't panned out. And what makes it worse is after finding out how close we were to getting Dame, man, that makes it so much worse. But yeah, I know it's a reach to get rid of Russ. Personally, I wouldn't want to get rid of Russ because I still believe that he can be better. But it's just, you could see it in LeBron's demeanor. Like, if you were to watch yesterday's game, prime example, there was a sequence where Russ had the ball. All he had to do was throw a lob, and he lost the ball. And it was just, wow. And he looks at his hands like, but you look at LeBron, he's just like, dude, like, what's going on, right? And a fast break where he turns the ball over. And what makes it worse is the quote that he had after. You have to read the whole thing. But if I was a reporter, I would get the chunk that been releasing on social media, and how he says that he's allowed to miss shots, he's allowed to turn the ball over, which is true, but not at the rate that you're supposed to, right? But I do believe Russ can turn it around, because remember, I still revert back to that meme. What's going on? This is the greatest basketball player of all time. But it's hard playing with LeBron. We've seen that with many players, and Russ has had a rough start, gotten better, but now he's flatlining. So hopefully he picks it up and proves me right. But in terms of resolutions, don't be afraid to use Dwight Howard. I understand DJ, but I saw a tweet recently that said Dwight should easily be getting 10 to 15 minutes a game. And I agree with that. Playing LeBron at center puts more mileage in his body. And I get it's working. And he's been hooping that way. And we've been winning games, the most important part. But yesterday, like, the Lakers just got killed on the boards. And, Minnesota's grabbing everything. And you can only say box out for so long when you can actually have a big in there. Nas Reed, if I didn't know any better, he looked like a prime cat out there, right? But I would love it if Dwight got more minutes. And my third and hopefully last resolution for them is give Anthony Davis his powers back. Somebody took it, bro. Somebody find that Space Jam ball. Give it back to him, please. I don't know. Like, I'd feel so bad if there was a lingering issue that we didn't know about. But then again, sorry, AD. When is there not a lingering issue, right? Every time I think of AD now, I think of that guy from SpongeBob with the glass bones. I'm sorry, AD.
My leg.
My leg. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, like, I still think that he's that guy, even when he's done scamming. He's like suckers with the money. Like, AD got a ring and all that stuff. So now he just, but yeah. So somebody give AD his powers back, please, because it hurts to watch.
Yeah, the Lakers. Like we said, they're playing a little better. They're sort of picking it up. But they're still like competing with like the bottom tier teams.
They should be smacking them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think those are all good New Year's resolutions for the Lakers. For the Warriors, I have simple, just stay healthy.
Yep.
I think at this point, you just want to stay healthy, knock on wood. And also continue to develop your lottery picks. I didn't think you could develop your players and win games. Obviously, Wiseman hasn't returned, but he looks a lot bigger, so that's a good sign. But Kuminga, I didn't think he was going to be good. I even said in multiple podcasts, kind of saying like, he's not going to be that good. He's a super big project. He's really good defensively. He's very smart. I've watched almost every single Warrior game this season, and he has a knack for finding the ball, and he's really good at he's a good box out. He's a good small big, I would say. He's just really smart. I really like him on the defensive end. Offensively, he's athletic as hell. His shot is coming around. I think he's shooting like 40 or 50% in this month or last month. And then he's just really smart. He's not doing too much. He's not trying to take over the offense and just do his own thing. He plays within himself, and I like that. Moody is a little bit slower, off to a slow start because of his lack of shooting so far. But defensively, he looks good. Good. He, for some reason, has a lot of putback dunks that are kind of nasty. He's a good shooter. I know he's going to come around at some point. His mechanics are too good for them to not come around. But defensively, he looks good. I think he's going to be a really good addition further down the road. Klay Thompson is reportedly optimistic about returning on Sunday. So I'm coming back from Epcot early, and I'm going to go watch the game. And, I didn't think we'd be in this position where we're fighting for the top seed. And still without Klay Thompson, without James Wiseman. And it's crazy to think that we're actually doing that. But yeah, staying healthy and continuing to develop the lottery picks. That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine for you guys would be kind of similar. Honestly, I was gonna say nothing because you're first seed in the conference, best league, I mean, best record in the league. So more of the same. Stay healthy, always good. What I just thought of right now was don't get too like complacent, comfortable. Don't get lost in your sauce. We've seen it happen with many teams. We saw it in 2016 when got a little feeling ourselves, 73 wins, and then
Yeah, exactly.
So, but other than that, I mean, we can't say shit about him at all.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Quindarius. How you like that, Spence?
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, I'm excited. I haven't been this excited about the Warriors since like 2015. 2016 was fun, but then you start expecting wins. 2015, you're not supposed to win. So I'm cool with it. As long as they stay hungry, I'm cool with it because they have been crazy locked in at times. That Utah game we shouldn't have won. Let me just say that Rudy Gobert is not a deep boy. After watching him, like that dude is so lost on the perimeter. Like he
does things big men are supposed to do down there. Like
yeah,
but nothing too crazy.
He got lost on an Andre Iguodala. Like it's crazy. When they keep saying like, oh, Rudy Gobert's a 3-time deep boy, Draymond's won like once. I just think like how? Like if you watch him like on the perimeter, he is terrible.
Yeah. I want Iguodala. Shout out Myles.
I don't remember the last time Iguodala hit 2 threes. So that was crazy.
Oh man.
I don't know. But let's get on to would you trade Anthony Davis? That's for you guys. And let's add THT in here because I know THT has been playing like hot garbage lately. So would you guys trade either of them?
Oh man. THT, I don't want him to get traded, but man, he's been playing so terrible. Can't hit a 3 to save his life. But you know what? That corkscrew layup is still good, right? And as much as I wouldn't want to see him go, he's getting moved. I hate to say it, but he's getting moved. I saw this meme not too long ago of LeBron complimenting former Lakers.
I was going to bring this up too. Yes, sir.
B.I. Kuz.
That man Kuz is nice.
Kuz is nice, bro. Yeah, and then, you know what? Where did they end up? In a non-Laker uniform. So, I mean, if history is known to repeat itself, it's gonna happen. I'm really sad because I'm starting to, accept the fact that he's going to be gone soon. And it's funny because I was just telling my girlfriend, hey, I want a THT jersey. She's like, nobody even knows that guy. And I'm like, yeah, I know him, but, he's getting dealt. And it's just a matter of where, and hopefully whoever it's for helps us out. I still believe in Pelinka, even though it hasn't really panned out so well. But I definitely still believe that he'll pull something off his sleeve. But THC is as good as gone. I think he's trying to play himself out of getting traded. I wouldn't be surprised if he's selling. I hate to say it, but he's shown enough. So he's getting dealt. And AD, let me ask you guys this before I even answer this question. Is he, realistically speaking, can he be dealt? He be dealt?
I don't think he gets dealt during the season.
During the season, right?
I mean,
too big of a fish.
Yeah. But a deal can always be made. Depends on who's involved, how bad each side wants it to work out. There's always a way.
Well, with that said, yes. No, I'm just kidding. As terrible as AD's been playing, it doesn't make it any better when people like freaking House of Highlights or Basketball Forever post those videos of him just straight dominating. What's going on right now is kind of we know that was going to happen. It happened in New Orleans, and it was only a matter of time till it caught up to him here with the Lakers. And man, like he looks so soft, he settles and all that stuff. But as soon as he gets like a one good game, I'm like, damn, here we go. We're back in it. But THT, yes. AD, no, unless we trade him for Embiid.
Really?
If somehow the Lakers can get Embiid for AD, Sixers are drunk if they make that trade. Not saying it's happening, but if it happens, I'm pulling that in a heartbeat. Because the Lakers franchise has been known to succeed on dominant big men. And although AD has been dominant, especially, in Disney World, it just, I don't know. I hate to say it, but it just hasn't panned out this season. But I'm not saying he's going to get traded for Embiid. I'm just saying that's the only trade that I would do. But I still have faith in AD, even though a lot of the words that I say may be contradicting. I still have faith in him. On Twitter, you just got to tweet through it, right? You got to tweet through it. And
Yes, sir.
yep, exactly. And yeah, so THT, LeBron complimented him. He's done. AD, he's gonna be a Laker. So yeah.
I'm gonna try to do THT real quick. I probably said it on the show. I probably said it to you guys too. Like, I'm still praying that Dame asks for out and that Russ and THT will be enough for Portland. It's the biggest reach of reaches, but that's my dream scenario. I mean, how do you get blown out by the Lakers at home on New Year's Eve? Come on, Dame. Come to LA. Anyway, and then in terms of AD, I'm actually glad you brought up Embiid. I'm surprised that that's your one guy you would trade 84, because for me, to be honest, like, no hesitation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I feel like Embiid is actually more representative of what people think AD is. So the most games Embiid has played in a season is 63 games. That was in 2018. 64 games in 2018, 2019. AD has played 60 plus games in all. Hang on, sorry, I have it. So there's 2 seasons, not including this one, that he hasn't played 60 plus games, which was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2018, 2019 in New Orleans, his last year before he got traded. So I know he gets knick-knack injuries here and there, and it seems like he's out a lot, but he's still playing a lot of games. And his numbers are down, but they're pretty ballpark of his career numbers. He's the only 0.5 down in points, 0.3 down in rebounds. He's shooting terrible from both 3-point and free throw line, but that can, people have slumps. Dame is still kind of slumping, honestly. So I mean, yeah, if I would trade 80 for Giannis, maybe Luka, and maybe Tatum. That's about it.
That's fair.
But again, I'm a Laker fan. I'm defending him, but he's my guy. Won us a ring. I believe in him. If LeBron hadn't pushed old dude, I don't even know his name. I don't remember who it was. I know his name, but I don't remember who it was. Into his leg, he'd be fine. So let's just see how he is when he gets back. Maybe he'll come back hungry again. He hears all the chatter, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's tough because THT is for sure gone. I think the Lakers are going to make a lot of moves throughout this season. I think coming up, at least in February, they're going to make a ton of moves. The Rondo one was just the first one. I think Russ is going to be the hardest one to move. Unless they're losing a ton of games and they're going down with the ship, I don't think Russ gets moved because I don't think they'll be able to find a partner. AD's not getting traded midseason. He's too big of a fish, and I think a lot of teams are going to wait till the offseason to kind of like assess his value. THT is going to be a player that a lot of young teams will go after. The Pistons are probably the one I'm going to be looking at the most because I think they're looking at a rebuild, and THT can fit what they're doing. So you're looking at Jeremy Grant. Is Jeremy Grant that much better than THT? Is he going to be a better fit? Probably not, but it's a big name. Lakers like big names, so it might be good. I think the problem with AD is that he just can't shoot anymore. Like, for whatever reason, his jumper is gone. His mid range has been, I think it's been okay. It's down from his regular mid range percentage, but his three is at 18%, 26% last season during the COVID year, or I guess they're all COVID years, but the Disney World year, 33%, I believe, for the whole season. And I think in the bubble, he was going crazy. So I don't know what happened. His jumpers disappeared. And I think that's kind of what makes it seem. Yeah, his free throws is down. I think usually he's hovering around 80. Now he's at 73, which is a big drop off. So
hell yeah,
there has to be some kind of lingering issue in his arms, maybe his legs,
everywhere.
See, I mean, the dude, like, bro, he gets touches, like, and he's flying like he got shot. So he might hurt himself like that rather than getting hurt from someone else, but that's different. The two players I came up with, so Phoenix, if they can't come to an agreement with DeAndre Ayton, I think a clean swap between the two, a sign and trade, would fit both sides. Ayton is a player you can build around. Really good on defense, great inside presence on both offensive and defensive. Kind of shoot the ball. I think he's getting better for his jumper. And AD fits that Suns timeline of win now. So with him debooking CP3, Mikal Bridges, defensively, that's an upgrade over Ayton. Offensively, an upgrade. Could work. Don't know if the Suns will do it, but Suns might be forced into it. If the Lakers are willing to get a little younger for a guy that is, I guess, more healthy, and a younger guy who can kind of ease your way into a rebuilding phase when LeBron is finally done. But dude's putting up 35 and 15 in the last like 2 weeks, so I don't think he's done. But the other player, which I don't think you guys are going to be excited about, but Vucevic, he's had kind of a down season. Not down. There's a lot of mouths to feed on the offensive end on the Bulls, so his numbers are obviously down. But he's a good player. Defensively, he's kind of showing his versatility, I guess you could say. He's not a bad defender, not a good defender, but offensively, good shooter, great post player. He's a big body, can't move in the middle, so he's a good player. But the Bulls would have to add something to sweeten the deal for the Bulls, or the Lakers, sorry. And obviously the contracts don't match up since AD makes 20 million more. So you could get something good from the Bulls. But those are the two players I thought were the most reasonable that could be moved at least. So do you guys want, obviously Ayton would be good, but Vucevic is like kind of on the fence.
I don't know how much Bridges makes, but I'm gonna need him in the. I need him in the deal at the very least. For Ayton and Vucevic. I mean, throw in. I mean, no, honestly, no, I don't want him, but I'm just memeing. Like, I would want Caruso back. Maybe Levine, cool too, from LA, UCLA guy.
Hey, Caruso, or not Caruso. Levine, maybe he doesn't accept the extension. Maybe get him for the cheat.
Nah, they have no reason to shake up what they have right now.
Yeah, they have no reason.
They're still hooping after everyone went into protocols.
Yeah.
So
yeah, agreed. the thing with the Suns too, I would hate it if it happened, just because the Suns were the one that freaking murked us last season, and I would hate it so much. But I mean, shit, DeAndre Ayton looked like a prime Shaq against the first round Lakers last season, and man, but it does kind of make sense. And I would hate to see Kentucky D Book and AD. Watch them stay healthy. If the Lakers do get rid of, watch them stay healthy and just start hooping again.
Nah, bro, don't worry, it's not happening. Ain't no way.
Yeah, ain't no way. I mean, look at Kuzma tonight, right?
Dude, he's hooping, bro.
Bro, 6 threes, 36. Are you crazy right now? I'm so mad, bro. I'm so mad. Well, whatever. Not my forward. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. AD definitely does not get dealt.
He's too big. There's just no way
Yeah.
any team's going to take that chance, especially with his like injury history. Even though the games don't show it, dude has some wear and tear. 26 games, 37 games like last season, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know. The Lakers are kind of in a tough position. I think they're in that Cavs position where they're not really fitting together. Could we see the entire roster turn over except for him and AD or LeBron and AD? I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I wish for the best for you guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like I've seen all the comparisons to the Cavs team in 2018, but I don't want LeBron to have to carry a team like that again.
Facts.
Dude's 37.
He's not going to have anything in the tank. by
And
the time
exactly. Like CJ brought up earlier, how he's been playing center, and it's been working out. But we're in freaking December, and we're still 500. It's rough out here. And just CJ, I'm telling you, just hope AD comes back healthy. He's gonna be hungry. He'll be good for the rest of the year, and it's all good. You know, maybe we get Lakers Warriors first round, bounce them in the first round. That'd be pretty sweet.
Let's be honest, you guys don't have enough firepower.
Myles, I'm hungry.
Is Bazemore gonna hit?
I'm hungry right now. Doesn't mean I'm gonna dominate at the gym tomorrow. I don't know, man. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best thing that we can hope for. A hungry AD, a more motivated AD. It's definitely possible. It's happened before, right? When he was here in the chatter, and he definitely started hooping after. But maybe he needs to wear more than an undershirt and knee pads. Maybe add a little extra layer of protection under the jersey.
Maybe some bubble wrap.
Some bubble wrap. Maybe
Packing
start
peanuts.
Maybe start kicking it with lethal shooter.
Oh god.
No, you know what? Like realistically speaking, I don't understand the fall off for free throws. Jumpers, I get it. They're contested. Threes, definitely, I understand. They're contested as a big man, but the free throw percentage and how far it dropped is when the Lakers first acquired AD. He was shooting exceptionally well. Like he's somebody that you wouldn't want to foul, right? But when COVID happened, pause of the season, during the bubble, obviously he still did well, but after the bubble, the season last season, it's just his free throw percentage went completely down, and he became from somebody you wouldn't want to foul to, hey, let's live with fouling him, right? I don't understand. So there has to be something going on. I don't know what it is. Has to be.
I mean, free throws are almost all mental, right? Like you're there alone. It's either that his mechanics are off, or he has some kind of injury. That's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of anything else that would, because he's not a bad shooter. He made his money in New Orleans from mid-range. Like he's never been that guy who's going to post you up 30 times a night. And he's always been that kind of dual threat guy who can play in and out. And now that he can't really hit the mid-range, can't hit a three, he's having to live inside the paint, and it's kind of tough for him. So I don't know what he's going to do. I think he has some kind of lingering injury, and maybe this extended timeout will help, do that, what, 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
That's tough because like you guys have what 2 50-year-old bigs behind him. Andre Jordan, Dwight Howard.
It's a little aggressive, but yeah.
Spence,
Closer
you'd
to
even
50
ask,
than they are 0.
you'd even ask me what my New Year's resolution is, man. But if you had to ask me, is somehow get out of this toxic relationship with the Lakers, man. But I keep coming back, bro.
Hey, man, the Warriors just won another game. Like,
oh, geez, great.
Your students keep telling you, man. You gotta listen.
Hey, man.
Fail that kid.
Yeah. Hey, Warriors with another W. That means
Draymond's quiet tonight.
Draymond's quiet.
Hey, I don't give a shit if he keeps talking. He put up 5, 8, and 13 with 4 blocks.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty good.
That's my fantasy team right there.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole, 32. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, he's back. Oh,
yeah, he's back. He's off the bench now.
Oh.
He went off because Steph was playing like doo-doo tonight.
What happened to Duncan Robinson? Is he in protocol?
Yeah, he's in protocols.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Bro, I think like half the Heat team is in protocols.
Damn. Now that's tough.
Yeah, they started Tyler Hero. He was 7-23. Kyle Lowry's back. Omer Yurtseven.
You know what? Butler can't find a break, bro. He keeps getting injured. Yeah, he got hurt again.
Tonight. Yeah.
That's tough, man.
It's tough.
Shit. Yeah. But hey, first round, Spence. Mark my word. Hey, I was right about Stanley Johnson. The truth.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Facts.
You've also been saying that Russ is gonna pan out.
Hey, he's gonna pan out, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, I didn't say where though.
I was just gonna say that. Hey, man. Hey, him and CJ don't sleep. That's a dangerous playing team right there.
No, it is, but yeah, I'm just I'm happy for SJ. Thanks for the information because I wasn't sure how he was going to get signed. All I saw was Mike Trudell say that they're not in facility today because him and Collison question mark like why? But anyways, yeah. So also shout out IT. I hope it pans out for him. I hope it pans out. Yeah.
You got COVID, so.
Oh, fuck, man.
IT did you that?
Yeah,
he's in
protocol.
Oh crap! I
mean, bro, it was bound to happen. Going from LA to Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Changing teams. It was
Texas, bro.
Hey, Marquise hooping. I like to see that.
Man.
But that's gonna do it for us. That's podcast 67 of Full Court Talk. Thank you guys for coming back. It's been 2-3 weeks, so this is fun.
Yes.
I needed this.
Yeah, man, me too. Good to be back.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna take another break next week. I have a vacation, so we'll be back the week after. So, 2 weeks. 2-week break.
It's all good. Hey, knock on wood. No.
Hey, we're here all year.
Right?
Yeah, we're here all year. But check out our socials down in the link below. But that's gonna do it for us. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.